Good morning. This is Artie Lyons from S.A.G.A New Media. Welcome to Reg's Readings. We're exploring my latest and greatest novel, super awesome graphic novel, I'd have to say, is Levels of Evil, S.A.G.A 3, which is the third installment of 5 of the series. I just want to say that this is a super spy sci-fi suspense action thriller, and I'm going to read another couple of pages for you just to give you a taste of what's inside this book, how it's like a movie inside of a novel, and it's not anything else like anything else out there. Because it is not just text, it's got graphic illustrations, which is like 7, that really tell the story more so intensely than just blocks of text, right, on a page and chapters. So it kind of switches it up and makes it more exciting. So we're going to start here on chapter 4. I just opened this up and it's on page 35 and 36. Panama City was rife with the Salazar drug cartel influence. There were certain areas of the city that had telltale signs of the drug wars that had been going on. Bullet-holed storefronts, boarded up windows that used to be merchant stores, and doors where a thriving commercial business once had been, but was now laid to waste by the Salazar cartel wars. Just a small shell, just a shell of what it once was. In another part of the city, things were escalating to a great degree, which made living in that part of the city on a seriously dangerous edge. It was extremely uncomfortable for the people would accidentally see something like a gruesome murder which they had no way of controlling, and in a couple of days they would just disappear, with no doubt being picked up by the cartel's caballeros, the murder squads, and then taken away to a secluded spot and murdered themselves. Their body would be buried in an unmarked grave, never having to be seen again. Their loved ones would not even know where to start looking for them, and afraid to ask, fearing they would also vanish without a trace. It was like that, so terribly bad in Panama. People really feared for their lives in a very big way in Panama City. There was clearly anarchy rising in the air, developing since the assassination of Miguel Figueroa. The common people, the gente, they were already staging huge, massive protests of the present conditions and corruption in the present government. So you said this is in the future. It takes place in 2030. So it says the policia, crooked and in the pockets of the Salazar cartel, responded to the large protests with water cannons and tear gas canisters, even rubber bullets at times, killing more than a few protesters in the process. Some of them that unfortunately were shot in the head or in the heart area of their bodies were either dying or they were already dead in the streets. Most of these protests took place in the central plaza of Panama City. Some younger men had bombarded a black and white police SUV, turning it over and hitting the hover vehicle with Molotov cocktails. Once it was caught on fire after hitting the supercell in the engine, it exploded, sending bits of shrapnel blasting out in all directions like exploding missiles, taking out some of the crooked police force in the central square plaza in downtown Panama City, especially the riot squads in the square. They were so close to the burned out torch police cruiser, much shrapnel lay by the wayside. The riot policia once again responded with a barrage of rubber bullets that dropped the groups of the angry, aggressive young men in a hurry. However, this just bred an even more hardcore response from other groups of protesters that arrived in old school gas-powered buses or diesel-powered pickup trucks. These new thugmen on the scene of the protests with their beat-up pickups quickly responded. So there's the two pages, and it gets better because I was talking about Panama, what's going on in Panama, like with the drug cartel. But you got to read the book to find out more. And it's like, this starts this way, and then it actually does a 180 degrees, because the real source of the shit that's being stirred up, it has nothing to do with the drug cartel. Actually, that's just a little spoiler alert. But you just to interest you into learning more of what's really going on. It's like something that is on the surface is not what it really is. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be the truth on the surface, what's going on, but really down deep, it's something totally different, a totally different animal that humanity has to respond to. And okay, so I'll leave that with you for now, and do look forward to more of Reg's readings. It's not just going to be Levels of Evil, but I thought I would start with Levels of Evil because it's the last one that I've written so far. Of course, there's 2 more installments of the S.A.G.A series, and I'm looking forward to start writing that either later on this fall or maybe the beginning of next year. I don't know how things are going right now. It's kind of like, and I want to do something different too. Like I'm going to want to be more interactive with my audience as I write, and so that they know what's going on with my writing project, right? So I will announce it, and then it will be quite amazing because they will be part of that process. So fans alike and contacts and friends on social media will have a say in what they want to see in my projects, in my writing projects, right? So I want to interact with my audience more. So this is R.D. Lyons from S.A.G.A. New Media, S.A.G.A. New Media, and thank you for joining me today, and do subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I am the character creator. I own that handle. I have created 33 new exciting characters for movies, TV, video games, what have you. Yes, so it is e-media, and new and exciting and original, fresh. I've even written a couple of video games, and working on my 3rd video game, like the story on it. So yeah, it's quite amazing the things that you can do. I mean, when you use your creativity, right? All right, have a great day. Bye bye.